It is always a good time for football here in the city of Pittsburgh. Welcome to Acrisure Stadium. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an intra-conference contest. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Fields this one at the 3. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. They're brought out by the fifth-year man out of Clemson. Hard to believe it's year 5, isn't it, Brock? Former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence.
When you have a franchise quarterback, and Trevor is that guy in Jacksonville, you typically don't slump to bottom 5 in the draft. But that's where the Jags have found themselves. And that's why there's a new system, a new coach, and really a new lease on life for Trevor in what becomes a very big year in his career.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Escapes the pocket. Lawrence goes into a slide before that hit can arrive with enough for a first down.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Jaguar first down.
Well, I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Here's ETN on first down. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He sends this one in the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars finish up an excellent opening series. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Cam Little to try the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Steelers, nothing.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Johnson now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong. Aaron Rodgers.
Well, love him or hate him, Rodgers not ready to leave the league until he's satisfied with how his final chapter reads. He didn't get the storybook ending he wanted last year. Taking another run at channeling all that doubt into success one final time.
Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Rodgers here from the gun. He puts some air under it deep down the left. That's grabbed inside the 30. And this will reach the opposing 25-yard line. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Trying to get outside here with Warren. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he gives himself up after a short gain.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. Definitely not an automatic here. This 41 yards away. Boswell able to knock it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Return coming from the 6. Escapes a defender. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. 2nd drive of the game upcoming for this Jaguar offense. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
State pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Lawrence looking to throw. Lofts it deep right side. Another drop. The last two plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this fourth down. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And that brings up 4th and long. Jacksonville in punt formation. Calvin Austin on the return for the Steelers. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their second drive of the game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 43-yard line.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Warren quick on the draw. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
Ball on the 45. 1st and 10. Rodgers set to pass. Completed over the middle. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 3 now. From the 48. Setting up the running back screen. And he's taken down at the 30. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Warren here from the gun. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
30-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Rodgers. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
Shotgun handoff to Warren. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. This to the back of the end zone. Oh, but he ran out of room. Incomplete. Can't go out of bounds and be the first one to touch it coming back in. As they say, that is an easy call. They still need 10 yards on third down after the penalty. Rodgers will look to throw. Completed to his running back. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So some time to maybe reconsider what to do on 4th down. That's the end of the first quarter. 7-3 is our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. Teams getting out there and ready to coming off the edge, and it's blocked.
That protection has got to be able to hold up for a few seconds. It has to. Those are points that aren't going on the board now, and wasted effort by their teammates to get them to this point.
Jacksonville heading out there on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence. Here comes the screen for ETN. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
Let's call the quarterback's best friend, Kate. Gains like that on the screen aren't possible without everyone doing their job. One missed assignment is the difference between a big gain and being dropped for a loss.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Got his man, Thomas has it. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
And a Jaguar 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
He'll give this up the middle to ETN. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Now it's Lawrence. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Throwing from the gun here. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Jaguars.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Out of the gun, a give to ETN. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Lawrence to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. That pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
The Steelers go to a dime set. Must be thinking pass on this 3rd down. Couple additional DBs brought in. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. He makes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars now lead by 10. Well, Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get in on the slants, you find yourself in the gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB, and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there. When you execute it right and you execute it on time, the big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
Little tacks on the extra point. And the Jaguars drive their lead to 11.
14. Steelers 3. Cam Little to kick
All
off
set for the kickoff.
Jaguars.
Little with the honors. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. It's a 14-3 ball game as they take over following the score. They've got first down from the 31. They'll start the drive with Warren. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Here's Rodgers. Dialing up a receiver screen. Short gain in the end to about the 36-yard line. Tackled there by Jordan Lewis.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Now here's Rodgers. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman on for the Steelers to punt this away. Parker Washington to return this for the Jags. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. On the ground to begin this drive with ETN. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
So now here's 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Logan Cook on the punt. And this will come from just inside his end zone. The return begins on their side of midfield. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing a run was coming, and boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
Offense going with a 4-receiver set, 3rd and long. Rodgers here from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Awareness. That's what I call it, Kate. Awareness. You got to have a game awareness and understand the situation. 3rd and long, you should never take a sack. Put the ball in play or throw it away, but don't take a sack in that situation.
The Steelers set to punt it. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Now we give to ETN running right. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain. Give him 4 yards as we have hit our 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Jaguars looking down a very long field. Man in motion out of the slot. From the 25 on 2nd down. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Completes another one to Thomas. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Lawrence working from the gun. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one and brings up 3rd down.
Incomplete on the throwaway. He was covered by Patrick Green.
Motion man left is Brown. Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Back to the air, Lawrence. Caught by Washington, left side. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Washington. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 42-yard line.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Jaguars.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down, ball at the 36. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Again, it's Lawrence to throw. Hits him on the in route. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. Little knocks it through, and that extends their lead to 14.
Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you can do. You could take all the time down, put points on the board, and maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Back to throw it. Hits him on the out route. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. So a two-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a two-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Johnson with a return here. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Out comes Pittsburgh. Its offense has it to begin the third quarter. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. First call here coming from the shotgun. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Left side, caught by Metcalf. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
On second down, Warren. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Steelers first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Looking out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Gets it downfield, on target to Metcalf. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single eye or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Steelers 10. Chris Boswell.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. That lead already smaller than it was at the break, Brock, and they're going to face a little pressure now on this opening series. From the gun, ETN gets it. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now Lawrence. Throwing the out route complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do, try to force that 4th down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
The Jaguars into punt formation. Logan Cook, the one to kick it away. Jukes out a one-stop. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They've got 1st down from the 31. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Okay, to run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. This is Metcalf working that right side. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Warren running between the tackles. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a pick of a 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's another Steelers first down.
A good draw play is like a great punt return. You just set the table and let your elite athlete do his job. Excellent job of selling the pass. The O-line got a body on a body, and these running backs at this level, they know how to make you pay defensively.
And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That's another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger if that back remains hungry.
Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Now looking to throw with Rodgers. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
That's another Pittsburgh Steeler.
As much as you like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure. Occasionally make plays just like that.
Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Gainwell. Up to the goal line, but he won't reach it. The defense keeps him out and forces 3rd and goal.
short of the goal line.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Only need to fall forward 1 more yard. Here's 3rd and goal. Looking for a little one. And they're going to say he was short. They held him out, Brock, and now we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to do here on 4th and goal.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Leaving the offense out there. It's 4th and goal from the 1. Looking to throw. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. Pat Fryermuth, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers make it 17 all.
Ties the game at 17.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Has this at the 6. To the defender. This makes it up to the 25. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. Here's ETN on 1st down. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. They go right back to ETN. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
Third and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Jukes one defender. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, you really create some indecision now defensively.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Pick up a 5 on that play, and that's a Steelers first down.
You know, as any quarterback is going to tell you, that's one of the most difficult things to do, knowing you're going to get blasted. That defender's coming right at you, but you got to throw an accurate ball. It does 2 things. Number 1, it strikes fear in the defense, and number 2, you gain respect of your teammates.
And look at this, 9 yards on a nice first down run.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, Kate. I know you do. And this one was about real power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It remains tied after 3, so we're going to have to decide things in our 4th quarter. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Staying between the shackles with Gainwell. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. To the air here on first down, Rodgers. Connects on the crosser. He's not going to get any further after that catch. Tackle made at the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here's a give inside to Gainwell. He finds him 6 yards on that first down run.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
2nd and 4. Cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and short. Oh, he's going to run for it. Rodgers slides down, and he picks up the first.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Rodgers here from the gun. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw, Rodgers. Caught by Warren out of the backfield. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
So here's Chris Boswell in a high-pressure spot. Don't forget the defense got in there and blocked one earlier. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Return coming from the 6. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Here he goes on the bootleg. And he just gets rushed down.
That was simply a case of not enough time available to let that play develop. That throw was out so quick, and he wasn't able to reel it in.
So still 10 to go on 2nd from the 33-yard line. Motion man left is Brown. 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Into the hands of his running back, ETN. And this one does not go far.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Lawrence working from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
It's a quick throw out wide. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Inside handoff goes to ETN. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stopped just a little bit shy of the marker.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Oh no, the ball is loose. But the Jaguars get back on top of the loose football. They're keeping possession.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Punting unit out now. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And they're facing a long field ahead of them as that kick skips out near the 11. The Steelers and Jaylen Warren headed back out there offensively. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. First down, Rodgers. Throw left side finds Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down just as he gets it up to the 24. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Throwing on first down, Rodgers. Fits it through the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steeler. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First down throw by Rodgers. It's a screen play to Warren. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory.
You could see that screen develop as the lineman pull right out in front. Sets up a nice gain. Love to see a running back utilize the big man in front of him.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. Gonna need more of those as they trail by a score. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. He'll throw it. That's cut for the first. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. After the sack, could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. Another try following the sack. He finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers only up by a few. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. He's back to throw. field, on target to Metcalf. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. But he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
Pittsburgh Steelers. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He's down to a knee, and the Steelers getting ready to celebrate this victory.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.